You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, America, and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Angel is on vacation. I had to go look at the dictionary what that word meant, vacation. I saw a picture of myself and says, that's not you. But sitting in for Angel is our good friend, Taylor Thomas. Taylor Thomas, legendary in radio circles. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Oh, goodness. Welcome. Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. Now, Taylor, you work with a very famous Denver law firm out here in this beautiful country. Tell us who you work with and what your role is.
I work for Backus & Schenker. I am the referral coordinator for the firm, so it's a great firm. We do a lot of personal injury. We are from Denver, Colorado Springs, all the way up to Fort Collins.
You bet, absolutely. Everybody knows Backus & Schenker here in the state of Colorado. And Taylor, as I alluded to in the very intro part, you are no stranger to radio. I happen to know a little thing or two about your background. You used to do a little radio.
I did, and I didn't realize that little bit of background information was going to be brought up.
Deep in the heart of Texas?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, just while I was in school down in Houston, did a little morning show gig.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, learned a lot, had a great mentor, Dan Gallo, down in Houston.
Ooh, Dan Gallo. Well, I tell you what, we hope, I'm going to try to get Dan to call in and give us a little Taylor Thomas trivia, but if that doesn't work, we'll just have a good time. How's that?
Absolutely.
All right. Guess what?
What?
Twinkies. Twinkies are back in town, right?
Yay.
It's Twinkie Day. They've come back. But wait just a minute. This just in. Twinkies are smaller than they used to be.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
What are you saying?
That's a lot of sugar.
Oh, but they're Twinkies. It's Americana.
Well,
it's yummy.
The only way you can really do a Twinkie though is if you deep fry it.
Well, that's true as well.
That's how we do it down south.
Down south, you got to go to the fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the county fair, get yourself a deep fried Twinkie, and then what's this? My producer Charlie is just whispering in my ear, and he says, oh, they could be coming out with peanut butter Twinkies. It's on the drawing board. It's being discussed, and for those who are in need of a little healthy Twinkie, gluten-free.
Hey, that's a good step in the right direction.
No, it's not.
For Twinkies.
Gluten-free or peanut butter, I guess that way you've got both your allergies covered. And, wow, that would be kind of cool. Gluten-free, I guess. I don't know. Are you a Twinkie fan?
I can honestly not tell you the last time I had one.
Yeah, you don't look like you eat a lot of Twinkies. No, I eat a lot. I mean, people take a look at me and I'm like, get in my belly. But yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
Hey.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Twinkies. And then, I'm not going to say a lot about it, but what about that poor, I don't even know if I can say poor, the television station who miscalled the names on the Asiana Airlines. Here's what I'm going to say about that. We'll come back and revisit that another time. But this is what I'm going to say about that. Too many hands. I mean, it had to pass through so many hands, too many filters, and I think shame on the people who did this. I don't buy the intern story. I'm not believing it. I'm just not.
No.
We'll come back and we'll talk about it another time, but I'm a little frustrated with the whole thing. It seems like somebody was having a joke at somebody's expense. That's the way it seems.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. All right, hey, we've got a fantastic show for you, folks. Please don't go anywhere. When we return, more positive business talk. You're listening to Taylor and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
As your business grows, you'll probably need to move your office to accommodate that growth. Make your winning move. Call the premier business mover in Colorado, Checkmate Moving and Storage. Our professional experienced team will work with you to develop a winning strategy and gets your company up and running in no time. Call Barrett, schedule an estimate, and make your winning move. Checkmate in one move. Checkmate Moving and Storage. 303-346-MOVE. That's 303-346-6683. Or visit us online at checkmatemoving.com.
You've heard it before. Time is money. And when you're selling your home, the amount of time you put in is tremendous. There's negotiating, marketing, keeping your listing current, and so much happens late at night and on the weekends. You have way better things you'd rather be doing. You need a team of people. You need the Simonson team with RE/MAX professionals. Sell your house, not your time. Call the Simonson team at 303-229-6026. Check out what they're doing at simonsonteam.com.
Camp Experience is the place to develop new friendships, connect with like-minded women, and build alliances that will get you to where you want to be personally and professionally. This retreat, held at Keystone Resort and Conference Center on October 4 through 6, has the feeling of a relaxed corporate women's retreat, bringing together community volunteers, civic leaders, women entrepreneurs, business leaders, and moms. In addition, many of Denver's women networking groups are coming together at camp. Register today at campexperience.com.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
If your garage door has springs, you need to know Don. Your springs will fail, and when they do, Don knows that one size does not fit all. When your garage door needs repair, you need a spring expert, not a salesman. You need Don. Don's Garage Doors is regularly fan-bragged about because they offer the best service at a fair price. Dependable repair and expert care makes Don'sGarageDoors.com your one-stop for service when your springs give up the ghost. Call Don at 303-794-0604 and ask for the Experience Pros Lifetime Warranty.
When promoting your business, you're building your brand and establishing an identity. Mindstorm is your promotional product partner with access to over 1 million unique trinkets, giveaways, and branded swag that will help you engage your audience and expand your reach into the market. Mindstorm is a member of the Advertising Specialty Institute, and their online catalog has it all. Search for anything under the sun or call them at 303-660-6909 and they'll prepare a custom presentation. Get noticed. Get the business. Visit yourmindstorm.com today. Mindstorm. Engage your audience.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
This ridiculous spending has got to be brought to an end. It's ridiculous. The government spending on the national, state, and local level is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It needs to be addressed. But I'm getting old and I've heard the end of the world predicted most of my life.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros radio show. Sitting in for Angel, who is on vacation, is the lovely Taylor Thomas, the referral coordinator for Backus and Schenker, a large, very well-known, very well thought of, popular, super fancy law firm in the state of Colorado. Taylor, thanks so much for coming in and being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, do you do online stuff? Do you are you a guru? Are you a social mediac? Do you do stuff on the computer thing?
On the computer thing?
Yeah.
The thingamabobber, yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
All right. And social media is among those things that you do?
Yes, it is.
Let's talk a little bit about marketing and media. I came across an article on Inc.com that talks a little bit about how do you explain your marketing to a 6-year-old. And it caught my eye because that's pretty much the grade level that I kind of perform at.
Really?
Right?
Yep.
I am smarter than a fifth grader, maybe. But your silence says an awful lot.
I don't know what to say right now because I don't want to say anything that would potentially.
No, that's all right. So here's the deal. I loved this one line. This is how Celia Brown explains marketing to a 6-year-old. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
She says, marketing tells the business what, how, and where to sell. And then we have parties.
Hey, I like that.
Right? This just kind of fits the whole theme. But it got me thinking. I didn't, I don't want to go into the details of the article here as much as I want to think, do you understand your own marketing? I think there's a lot of people out there, Taylor, who don't get their own marketing. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They're like, marketing, I have to do that? What? Isn't that the big people do that? The big companies do that. I'm just a small mom and pop. I'm a solopreneur. Why do I need to market? And then you say, well, how do you get the word out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just do my best job and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but I've discovered in business, hope is not a plan.
Unfortunately not.
I'm just saying. So you're on social media. Let's start with what social media outlets do you use?
Personally, and for Backus and Schenker, we've got a Facebook page.
Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
all right. And do you have a personal page also?
I do.
Okay, all right. There's a difference, America, between the personal page, a personal profile,
Mm-hmm.
and the Facebook page for your business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
We're on Twitter.
Do you tweet?
Yes.
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 Do you go to the tweet? Do you go to the Twitter tweet place and hope that you can find information about things you want to know about?
Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay. So,
We do.
All right. Good deal.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, you were just making fun of it earlier, but yes, I do. I'm quite an avid pinner on Pinterest.
Oh, that girls' network.
You know what? It's not a girls' network. It's a phenomenal network. Thank you very much.
It might be phenomenal. I think girls are phenomenal. But I think it's definitely a girls' network.
It is, but
Okay.
it's a great.
Boy, I could be the counselor right now and just jump on it. Which side of the fence are you on, lady? Either it's a girls' network or it's not.
I know many guys who are on Pinterest.
True, I actually have an account myself.
Oh.
Shh. Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, so you're on that Pinterest, and we'll come back to that. What else? Do you LinkedIn?
That's one thing that I do personally need to dust off. But yes, I have been.
Mm-hmm. LinkedIn has changed so much recently. It has become a social, still professional, but become a social network for professionals, which is really kind of cool. I encourage you to dust off. I'd be happy to help if you'd like.
Oh, well, look at you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
What else do you do? Do you use or interact or engage with Meetup?
Yes, several of the, speaking of marketing groups that I'm involved in here in Denver use and utilize Meetup. And so that's a great resource.
Meetup is, from the Experienced Pros point of view, Meetup is one of, if not our number one favorite of all those that we just mentioned, in large part because we've actually made money through Meetup, and because they give an opportunity to engage in a face-to-face meeting. The whole purpose of Meetup is to have a place online where you can sign up to meet offline. I like that. What other? Are there any other social media platforms that you use? Are those the big ones?
Those I believe those are the big ones. I mean, you've got other things like YouTube and
YouTube.
Instagram has become quite a hit.
Yes. Do you Instatube? Do you Ugram? Do you do any of that stuff?
YouTube is an interesting arena that I'd like to tap into.
Yeah.
But Instagram, I mean, how can you not put a filter on a picture now? It just makes it look better. As a matter of fact, I just put a filter on the picture we took before the show.
Did you really? Is it posted?
Not quite yet.
Okay. All
Not
right.
yet.
I'm struggling to get the whole Instagram thing because it's all about the filters, and that's it. And you take a picture. So here's what you do: you have a camera app that you use for taking a photo, and then you upload it through the Instagram app so that you can add a filter, so that you can upload it to another app to post it on Facebook. And I think why?
Well, essentially, at least my thoughts were when Twitter came out, it was nothing more than a status update on Facebook.
Sure, Twitters. And that's really what it was, because it's 140
really,
characters, right?
Exactly. And then now that Instagram is in play, it's really nothing more than picture posting, although now that all three can be tied together.
But isn't that Pinterest?
No.
Just picture posting?
Pinterest is more of a collective board of ideas that you share with people, whether it's recipes,
shoes,
outfit,
purses.
those things,
I know how it goes.
My one personal board is outstanding outfits and stupendous shoes.
Yep.
But no, Instagram is more of a, you can have people follow you, just like on Twitter, and you can... I've never gotten into the hashtag stuff, but apparently you can hashtag and tag yourself in.
You use Twitter, but you don't really get the whole hashtag.
Well, no,
thing?
I have to, but to me it just seems silly.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the marketing for a 6-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you explain marketing to a 6-year-old? That's secondary to how do you explain marketing to yourself? I mean, if you don't understand the whole marketing thing, then it's going to be frustrating for anybody who is trying to get their hands or head around the concept. It's going to be difficult for them unless they can break it down to its very bare bones.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is, and I want to repeat what Celia Brown said. Marketing tells business what, how, and where to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have parties.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Hey, we got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Taylor and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America, the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame d'Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame d'Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame d'Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame d'Art. It matters.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress, and when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Andrea Tanteros, weeknights at 7 on the Colorado Conservative, KLZ 560, The Source.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0! I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Sitting in for the vacationing Angel Tussey is our beautiful friend Taylor Thomas, who is sitting in and helping co-host, not the first time in the radio chair. T-squared.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I really did.
You brought that back.
T-squared. Who is T-squared?
T-squared was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Myself.
It was you.
Yeah.
That was your stage name?
That was my radio name. Wow. Yeah.
I should have a radio name.
It was interesting. I mean, if you think about it, Taylor Thomas, T-squared, given to me by my dear friend Dan Gallo in Houston. But yeah, that would be me.
I need a radio name.
You do.
Let's come up with a radio name, and we'll invite our listeners to opine on our Facebook page, facebook.com/experiencepros, to come up with a radio stage name for me. And I'm just going to say to the people who are watching the show right now, be nice. Be nice.
Really?
All right?
You just opened yourself up, though.
I have to tell them to be nice, because if I don't, then they won't, and I'll get some interesting comments. Let's continue our conversation about using social media for marketing and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to Facebook. Facebook seems to be the predominant tool that many people use, including ourselves here at Experience Pros. We tweet. Mm-hmm. Right, and we have an Experience Pros Twitter name, screen name, right? Mm-hmm. We have Facebook. We have all those other ones. We even have a Pinterest, but we do not use it because it's a girls' network, and it just happens to fall under my layer of responsibility.
So that's why you don't use it,
right? There's lots.
You got to give it a try.
Maybe. Facebook. How do you use Facebook? I mean, what kinds of things do you post that, from a business perspective, what's your social media strategy?
For me, it's not really about a strategy. It's more along being informative, whether it's letting the community know about all the things that our CARES Foundation, the Backus and Schenker CARES Foundation that we have does.
That's a charitable arm of the company?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So whether or not we have members of our team out working at a Habitat for Humanity house, or if we're serving breakfast in the urban community downtown, or working at a charity golf tournament, it's a really good opportunity to showcase all the wonderful things that our CARES Foundation does.
All right. So to photo or not to photo? Do you add a photo with your posts?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
All right. Do you, let me say that I do, from time to time, I used to start, everything I put on my Facebook page, I'd put on my personal page. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, well, that's silly, because if I do that, then I'm not giving any incentive to be on my Facebook page,
mm-hmm.
Because you can get it on my personal page. So we stopped doing that. And now I'm back to, from time to time, I'll post things on my Facebook page. And, that Zuckerberg, that guy, he changes the rules all the time. doesn't he?
A little.
He changes the rules. I don't complain about it because how much did I pay for Facebook? Oh, yeah, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I do get a little alarmed when I start to think, what if Zuckerberg wakes up and has a bad day and says, turn the whole thing off?
Or start charging for it.
Oh, gosh. Oh, we'll be in trouble that day. But I now sometimes, because they changed the rules, the posts that used to get several hundred views now are only getting minimal views because you got to check on the little Facebook extra check under the cog that says, I'm interested in getting your posts in my feed. It's a new move that they made. And so fewer people are watching the Experience Pros feed. So I throw sometimes the really important ones that I think are important, I'll post it on mine, and then I'll either throw it by way of a link, what they call a tag, or I will actually repeat or share to my page. Do you see that in business?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially when there are things that are relevant to something that I personally am interested in. But it really does. It opens up an extra window for viewership.
It does. And really, it's about viewership, but it's about quality viewership, right? I know there are a lot of people who say, well, we can get your Facebook likes up. In fact, Facebook themselves say it all the time. Let me see if I can find that. They just changed my thing to the graph search this morning.
Yeah.
I'm having a difficult time finding my way around. But here it is. On the Experience Pros page, they tell me that I can get more likes if you pay for them. Right?
That's cheating.
Well, not only is it cheating, but it's not quality.
Exactly. Those aren't people interested in what you're doing.
I want people to be interested in who we are and what we're doing and the difference that we're trying to make in the world today. And I see a lot of people are just purchasing likes so that they can see the views, and they watch the graph and it looks like the Grand Tetons and it's amazing. But what do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
Well, you're out $15-20
exactly
every time. Yeah. So I use Facebook. I know you use Facebook. Do you link Facebook to Twitter?
I do.
You do. So everything you post on Facebook goes to Twitter?
Yep.
Yeah. Now Twitter's, or not Twitter, but Facebook is using those hashtags.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about that.
What is there to say about a hashtag?
It's a filter.
I guess so. That's true.
It's
look
a
at
filter.
That. It is.
It's taking the big ocean of current, if you will, and saying, out of all this stuff out there on the big grand interweb, right? I want to talk about those crazy high heel pumps, right? The Christian Dior or
look at you. I am very impressed now.
Don't be impressed, America, because who is my business partner?
That's true.
Right. Okay.
She's trained you well.
I am inoculated. I have been immersed in the world of high fashion. So what's going on with the Yves Saint Laurent and all of that. So you can filter by the hashtag, and then it takes a stream off of the ocean, and now you have just what you're looking for.
And I agree with that, but what still just throws me is when you see those hashtags that are full sentences
it's not English,
long,
is it?
and you have to sit through and pick out the words, and it's who is going to hashtag, who's going to look for that? Who's going to look for I love my dog in a pink tutu? And
every one of them has hashtags in front of them. All right, so I want you to mark this day, Monday, July 15th, not as the day that the Twinkie returned to America, but as the day that you said, why do we have to go through all this reading, and who's going to read through that and all that? Because I promise you, the Webster Dictionary is going to not only have hashtag, but they're going to have, this will be the way that we read. The culture is changing.
It is.
It is.
It is.
All right. And so, can you use Pinterest for work?
That's a very good question.
There are a lot of people who say you can.
It just depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to plan an event, because that's all we do in marketing is parties.
Parties, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are phenomenal ideas not only on how to decorate for said parties, but how to do parties on a budget. There are, if you have to travel for your for your job. There are ways and ideas on how to pack your suitcase the most efficiently and effective way, where to stop off. I mean, it's a plethora of information from, like you said, shoes, which I have to mention you've brought up 3 times on your own already.
I got new shoes.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought new shoes yesterday.
Very nice.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're on my mind.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't know if we've solved the world's marketing issues via social media, but I do know that it is a tool that we can use, and I don't know, maybe people can make the argument that you can even use that girls network for business as well. Who knows? If you have an opinion, we'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and just leave it on our Facebook wall, facebook.com/experiencepros. We will be right back after these messages. We're talking about overhead and operations, cutting where it counts, with Jay Shore coming up next on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Developing a clear message and having an effective strategy for delivering your story are often overlooked, but they're essential to your success. What's the one thing you want your audience to hear, understand, and remember? Jerry Brown of Jerry Brown PR can help make sure that when your customers are ready to do business, you are the one they remember. Jerry brings decades of experience crafting just the right message. When you call him, you've just gained a major advantage over your competition. Call Jerry today at 303-594-8016 or online at jerrybrownpr.com.
Folks, let's talk. If you listen to this show, you're probably nearing or well into that middle part of your life when things start to, shall we say, fall apart, break down. I'm talking about your teeth. If you have chips, stains, gaps, or broken teeth, it's time for you to meet my dentist, Dr. Lee Weisbard. Your teeth are your image, and trust me, they make a difference. Don't put it off any longer. Call Dr. Lee today at 303-773-3373 and set an appointment to meet. It won't cost you a thing. Contact Dr. Weisbard today, 303-773-3373, or online at weisbarddental.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hey, this is Eric, and I've just got to say, if your website isn't working for you, I mean really working for you, you need to call Donna Galassi. Donna owns Blue Zenith Web Designs, and before you start making excuses about how much it costs and you don't know what you want, pick up the phone and call Donna at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431. Donna designed our website, and she can design yours too. Take a look at her work at bluezenith.com. You're going to love working with Donna at bluezenith.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
The Laura Ingraham Show, 7 to 10 weekday mornings on KLZ 560, The Source.
Business owners, I'm Dave Ramsey, and I want you to listen to the most positive small business talk show in America, The Experience Pros, with my friends Angel and Eric, mornings at 10 right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on The Source, KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Sitting in for Angel today is the lovely Taylor Thomas, the referral coordinator for Backus and Schenker, a very large, prestigious law group here in the state of Colorado. Taylor, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us.
Thank you for having me.
It means so much to all of us here. And our next guest is Jay Shore, no stranger to the broadcast. He's the founder and managing partner of the Best Medical Business Solutions, a South Florida-based medical practice consulting firm assisting practices with their operational, administrative, and financial health. He's also served as the vice president of operations and practice administrator for Dr. Janie D. Steinberg. He's board-certified dermatologist and cosmetic surgeon in South Florida, and he's just a friend of the show. And Jay, I want to say welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show, my friend.
Well, thank you, Eric. It's been a while. It's been several months, but I always welcome being able to participate in your program.
Well, you always add value, and I want to get right into the conversation, if you don't mind. We're talking about overhead and operations, and then there's this word that is painful to many small business operators, and that is the word cutting. So, Jay, where are we going with this?
Well, there's so many components that we get into when we talk about cost-cutting measures and profitability. And the first thing that we have to look for, the main key element, is revenue. And for any business, to define that, it's the total amount of money that's provided during a certain time period by your business. And that could be for whether it's retail, wholesale, or patient-based, for goods and services performed. And you have to calculate these numbers before any of your expenses are subtracted, because people think that just because you're bringing in a whole lot of revenue that you're making money. And I said this before on many of your shows, I only wish I had the money that people say I had.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because you have so many fixed and variable expenses, and only a few people in your organization actually ever know. And, it's like you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or you make $50,000 a year, but your expenses are great, and the more you make, the greater your expenses are. And you have to try and cut your costs wherever possible, because you have fixed costs, just like your home. And your home is a business.
Absolutely.
You're the CEO of your own organization, and you have a mortgage, and you have your electric bill, and people used to have phone bills before, you used to have cell phones.
Yeah, now we have cell bills, cellular phone bills.
So you just have to figure out, how do you cut those expenses, which are costs incurred by your business in an effort to generate any revenue, which is representative of doing business. And they can be broken down as I said before, either by fixed costs or variable costs. And not to belabor that, but your payroll and your electricity and your mortgage, those are just numbers that you have to have in order to stay in the business, even if you've never opened up your doors. And then you want to know, how do you cut your expenses? And it really is everybody's business. It's the employees have to help, your vendors have to help, and you just have to negotiate your way many times into profitability.
So where do you recommend starting that process?
Well, I recommend having your employees become a very big part of that engagement, because somebody in your organization orders the materials for goods and services. In my case, and in many cases of my clients, it's medical supplies, but you can parlay that into any business, even in a law firm. A major part of a law firm outside of the brain of the attorney is paper. And how much paper that you generate, then, and ink and toners, you have to generate some type of an expense to that and negotiate that with vendors, whether it's your office supply houses, and have every item in your business checked, and rechecked, because you'll be amazed at the different varying components and prices that you'll pay for different items.
All right, Jay, but I'm going to take the devil's advocate side for just a moment, because you listed, we'd start with our employees, but you also listed among those people that we would talk to would be the vendors. And, Taylor here works for a very large law firm, and you brought up the law firm. the vendors, they don't want you to cut. That goes to their bottom line, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. But there are more places to buy than there are more people to sell you equipment and supplies than there are places to purchase. And this is what I say. If you want to be a partner in my business, vendor, then you have to help me almost like be part of my business development team, because there's another vendor. It's like a trolley car in the olden days, like a bus or a train. When one passes, another one's right back in coming up to your doorstep.
You've got them over the competitive boat, if you will.
Well, how often do you get calls from different credit card merchant and vendors, everyone telling you they can beat your rate? And it always seems that your existing vendor is always willing to renegotiate with you when you're going to leave them because you've got a better deal. And my answer is, when the deal was available, why didn't you help me then? Why do I have to wait in order for me to leave? And payroll services are identical to that. There are so many different types of offerings that you can get. GPOs, we call them group purchasing organizations or buying groups. Try to get in to an organization, whether it's the Chamber of Commerce or within the business networking groups, where they purchase in bulk, and you are able to get in on a very easy, negotiable item where you're paying less than you're already paying. Banking is another one. There's so many different rates for your banking fees. Remote capture banking, where you're able to get instant access almost to your money, it's cheaper than having people write up the deposit and go to the bank. I mean, we could go on and on about different ways to cut your expenses, but the best way to do it is have your employees doing most of your work for you, and then it's cheaper to even bonus them on productivity and profitability.
And it's also about building relationships with those vendors. If you have a relationship with the person selling your paper to you, they're going to be more apt to work with you. It's about using the Chamber of Commerce and all the marketing
not just
events.
a transaction.
It's about using those relationships or opportunities to meet people who you would want to have relationships with who have.
Jay, final question for you here. Where at what point do we start considering labor as something that we need to cut?
Well, I have always had the theory of using more labor, and I would much rather be overextended in labor. And I've said this many times before, because it gives you room for growth.
Yeah.
You don't want to be adding labor when you're in trouble, because then what you're doing is hiring warm bodies, and they're improperly trained. Whereas if you have a little bit, you're not overworking your staff. I always believe in giving your staff more, paying them a little bit more so it avoids them from going to your competitor. That's one place that you can cut. That's one place I have really never recommended cutting, because it doesn't leave you room for expansion. The one thing that I can do, that I do for many of my clients and many people out in the industry, medical and non-medical, is I negotiate for people. So if you have something that you want, you get your price, and I'll renegotiate it from your vendor, because there are negotiating tactics. And I think we did a show on this once before.
Right.
And the tips of negotiating, I will be able to get a better deal. That is a great way to cut costs.
All right. Well, Jay, you always bring it, and no different today. Start looking at your employees first. Have them help in the process. Engage your vendors into a competitive market that is based on more than the transaction, but really steeped in the relationship, and save labor at all expenses. And by saving, I mean don't cut labor. Maybe even build your labor. Jay, give some contact information, will you?
Jay Shorr, it's JAYSHORR, at thebestmbs.com, or www.thebestmedicalbusinesssolutions.com.
My friend, thank you so much for calling in today. We appreciate your contribution to our listeners.
My pleasure. Thank you. I look forward to speaking with you soon again.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to continue this conversation. We're talking about marketing for healthcare providers specifically in our next segment. You're listening to Taylor and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Relay for Life is a celebration of survivorship, an occasion to express hope and our shared goal to end a disease that threatens the lives of so many people we love. It's so easy to get involved, and the Simonson team with RE/MAX professionals have made it easier. The journey to end cancer starts with a single step. The American Cancer Society invites you to take that step with us by joining the global Relay for Life movement. When you walk to end cancer at a Relay event, you honor cancer survivors and remember loved ones lost. You also raise money and awareness about what we can do to end cancer. Sign up with our friends and participate in the Relay event on July 26th at Crest Hill Middle School in Highlands Ranch. You can sign up by clicking on the links on their Extreme Customer Service Directory listing. Click on the Simonson team and join us for the Relay for Life event on July 26th.
You are the best at what you do, and we are the best at promoting you. Hi, this is Eric with yet another reason why you should really consider membership in the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Did you know that for only $600 a year, you get a radio presence and alignment with the best small businesses offering a great customer experience for an entire year? And we have 17 directory members who are qualified for the Denver A-List competition. Over the years, we've developed 5 #1 award-winning A-List campaigns. Let us help you win too. What are you waiting for? Apply to join the Extreme Customer Service Directory right now, today. Think about it. The Experience Pros radio show promoting your business for a full year for only $600. Call today, 855-FANBRAG, or apply online at experiencepros.com. That's experiencepros.com.
If you only knew the rules, you would have filed that paperwork differently. If someone would have given you some guidelines to follow, your business wouldn't be stressing at the seams. Tune in for Business Tips every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to hear from the Vaughn Law Offices. Hearsay with Justin Vaughn, 11 a.m. Wednesdays on the Experience Pros radio show. Every Wednesday. Don't miss it. Your business needs it.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a Fluff It Up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Hi, this is Eric. Have you downloaded the new Experience Pros radio show app for your smartphone yet? Stay connected with Angel and me at your convenience. Meet other business revolutionaries who value extreme customer service. Fan brag at the moment you receive great customer service and use the Experience Pros radio show app to browse the archives and find that segment that made you laugh with us. Go with the pros 24/7. The Experience Pros radio show app is available for free for both iPhone and Android smartphones.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Sitting in for Angel is our good friend Taylor Thomas with Backus and Schenker. Thank you so much for being here.
Again, I can't say thank you enough for having me.
Well, it is a joy. And our next guest is no stranger to you.
No stranger at all.
Right. Linda Metler is the owner of the Wellness Bridge, LLC, and they're a full-service marketing agency for healthcare providers, including MDs, dentists, chiropractors, you name it. If you've got a MD or a degree or a medical something, Linda's the one that you need to know. And And she also works with solo practitioners as well as large multi-specialty practices. Linda Mettler, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me today. It's great to see you, Taylor.
Good to see you.
Very, very nice to have you with us. Let's start the question and answer period here with. It seems difficult. We've had a number of clients who have had medical practices in one way or another. It seems difficult in many cases for them to grow their business. And they're very specialized, I know, but why is it so hard for them to get their business to grow?
I think the biggest reason that it's so hard these days, Eric, is that consumers have such a great deal of choice with their healthcare these days.
Yeah.
With the internet, people are not always covered by insurance anymore, so there's a lot of self-pay individuals out there that are looking for the best provider, the best value, and they're just a great deal of choice.
So the competition really saturates the market? And
competition is definitely out there. Yeah, and consumers are also realizing, albeit slowly, but they are realizing that in this day and age, they have to take control of their own health care. They have to research medications, research disease states, and consumers are doing that. So when they show up to a medical provider office, they already have a lot of information. Whereas 50 years ago, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
You just went to the doctor and you did what they said.
Right.
But now consumers have so much choice and so much information.
The internet.
Right, they have the internet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what would you say it is then that consumers are looking at when choosing that provider?
I think consumers are looking for providers that can give them a great deal of personalized care and confidence, that they can feel like that medical provider really truly cares about them, instead of feeling like they're just another number in the insurance game or another patient in the revolving door. I think consumers are looking for medical providers that care, and I think medical providers need to start shifting their marketing to that, to that arena.
All right, so let's talk about that. The Experience Pros are known across America as being synonymous with what we call extreme customer service.
Right.
How do you purport to or propose to a practitioner of medicine to offer extreme customer service? I mean, I can from the consumer point of view, I can say, stop making me wait in your waiting room.
Right.
Right? I don't want to wait.
Right.
But there's got to be more.
There's a lot more, and it all starts from the inside out. Our company really helps them with marketing more from the outside in. We can help them with all kinds of outside marketing. We can get those new patients in the door for them.
Give me an example of what that looks like, the outside marketing.
The outside marketing?
Yeah.
Oh, anything from social media management to direct mail to going personally to events that are going on and promoting that practice at events.
Talk about throwing an event. She knows how to throw an event. Marketing. It's all about the parties.
It's all about the events and the
networking.
True, yes, it's true. It's
all right.
true.
Okay.
So does Taylor, I have to say.
All right, so we got the external side.
So we can do that. But what I really try to talk with my clients about is that all that money you spend on that external marketing isn't going to do you any good unless you have things going on from the inside out, meaning you don't have people on hold for 10 minutes when they call your office. Your staff turnover isn't high so that somebody's comes in and they know everybody. That's the same person there for 6 months, not a revolving door on the staff. And so that they can grow their practice through referrals. That's a huge thing. And the only way they're going to do that is if they take care of their patients.
Yeah, boy, you hit. This is why we had you on the show, because you speak our language, and yet I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the great majority of healthcare providers don't look. They went to school for 12 plus years. They're
very clinical.
Very clinical.
Very clinical. They're not marketing and customer service oriented.
Come on now, right?
So a lot of clients that I work with, what I recommend that they do is hire an internal person, whether it's part-time or full-time, to manage some of that customer service, to kind of be a liaison between a company like ours that does the external marketing for them and their internal staff.
How is that recommendation met? I mean, are you finding good results? You say, hey, I got an idea for you. Why don't you hire somebody part-time and call them the customer service liaison?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Don't make them do the filing. Don't make them do the phone calls.
That's exactly right. They need to follow up on patients that are falling through the cracks.
Right.
They need to.
How's that? How is the medical community reacting to that?
I think they're listening. I get calls every single day from medical providers wanting help, that their practice is not I shouldn't say stagnant, but at a plateau.
Yeah.
It's not growing. It's not keeping up. And with all the costs and things that they have to do these days to keep ahead of the insurance game, they've got to be in a constant growth mode. So I think the medical community is catching on that marketing is a big part of what they need to do.
It really is. And beyond that, what shift beyond the marketing, beyond the concierge style approach to medicine? Is there anything else that they can be doing?
I think networking. You talked a few minutes ago about networking in your previous segment and how important that is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing they can do with this liaison person is have them go to networking events, because sometimes these medical professionals don't always have time.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to see a doctor at a networking event?
Right, no.
I can name one, and it's my dentist, and that's because she so cares about what's going on. But aside from Dr. Lee Weisbart, I can't name...
Dr. Albright.
Oh, you're right.
Dr. Jeff Albright. Yes,
Okay,
I know them. I know
Okay.
both of them. I know Dr. Lee and Dr. Jeff very well, and
right.
they do a great job with marketing. On both sides, the inside and the outside, they do a great job.
No coincidence, both of those are on the Extreme Customer Service
Exactly.
Directorate.
Well,
they're both
we
great.
might run in the same circles.
Well, we kind of do, but you know what? I think that networking has its place. And
It's about building those relationships, like
All
Taylor
about
was talking about.
relationships.
It's all about that.
Well, talk about building relationships. I know that all around America, there are people who are going to want to know more information about you, Linda. So let's get some contact information right now for them.
Sure. It's thewellnessbridge.net or thewellnessbridge.org. And our phone number is 303-246-9954.
All right, America, 303-246-9954, thewellnessbridge.net or thewellnessbridge.org. You can certainly get a hold of Linda any other way. What you got there?
Oh, I was just going to ask her to bring this all to a nice, tidy end. What would you consider concierge medicine?
Concierge medicine is a newer concept in medicine, and it is catching on like crazy across the country. It's a highly personalized form of medical care where the consumer pays a flat fee yearly to the medical provider office, but they have instant 24/7 access to that doctor via their cell phone.
Gotcha.
They get same-day appointments.
You can explain this in greater detail if
Yes.
somebody gives you a call?
Absolutely.
All right, let me give that phone number again. I'm up against a hard satellite break here. So 303-246-9954. Linda Mettler is the name of the person you want to talk to. Thewellnessbridge.org or thewellnessbridge.net. Linda, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And folks, we want to say on behalf of Charlie, Angel, myself, Taylor for sitting in for Angel, all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show possible every single day, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this broadcast. It is the most positive business talk show in America. Now give somebody a 20-second kiss. That stands for kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.
Deep beneath the serenity of your backyard shade tree, a battle is underway. A struggle with monumental repercussions. Your sewer line is under attack.
Garvin's Plumbing Girl here. One of the most common and most expensive plumbing issues homeowners encounter is caused by the roots from nearby trees penetrating your drain pipes. Over time, underground sewer pipes can crack, which allows teeny tiny roots to get in there, where they thrive and grow and eventually clog your lines, causing a disgusting overflow. Call Garvin's today and we'll come out with a